There's no worries.
This is how many acres do you have planted of the Zen?
We have 7 acres of Zen, just under 5,000 plants with 4 different clones. We have Fabiano, Diver, Heritage, and Primitivo.
Nice. The old Primitivo.
Some people thought it was a different clone, or a different varietal, I should say, until DNA testing in the 70s proved that it really is just a clone.
Is it Croatia?
If you ask a Croat, let's say it's Croatian. If you
They'll
ask
take it, they'll claim it.
An Italian will probably tell you it's Italian.
This grape ripens really unevenly.
Yeah. But you're right, it's a very unequal ripener. I'm always waiting for basically the least ripe berries to get to a level of ripeness so you don't have off flavors. If you pick Zen at 23 bricks, I guarantee you're going to have some 15, 16 brick berries, a significant amount. And then you're going to have some that are 30. So the average might be 23 or something. I generally pick around pretty high. And if I have to water back a little, I will. But I don't want any of those green off flavors. This is a second cropper probably too.
Yeah.
So we're very strict at harvest. Tell folks I only want the first two clusters from the trunk. We can make a late harvest wine later with these if we wait till like mid-December or something,
yeah,
depending on the year. But we only want the main clusters. If you pick these, I guarantee you these are going to be underripe, very underripe when these are ripe. Kind of makes the winemaking somewhat difficult because I've had more stuck fermentations with the Zin than anything. I'd rather have the high alcohol wine and live with a stuck fermentation. This is the Diver clone, and the Diver clone, it's interesting. This will ripen a month later than the Primitivo. It's basically 14 rows of each clone and then double that with the Primitivo. So the Primitivo is fairly far away. It's probably about 200 yards away.
Let's go.
The idea with the head training is just to try and let the plant sort of self-regulate and not overcrop too much.
Mm-hmm.
If you have a Zinfandel vine and it's on a wire, on a trellising system, it's more than likely it's going to probably produce more fruit than you really want. This is Fabiano. It's a little different. Got a crop load.
Wow.
Again, this is kind of wet. I think this is Primitivo, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that's probably a case of wine or more. That's my bird scaring device. The birds don't know what it is, but it's moving fast. And they don't.
Who made this for you?
I made it myself.
Have you marketed it?
No.
Why not?
I don't know, I might someday.
It's pretty successful?
It works great. Other things, I'm going to try something new that Dan Martin was telling me about this year.
Can you tell us about it?
Yeah, it's oxidizing the must at around 20 bricks, and then later when it gets down to around 4 bricks. You can't over-oxidize a fermenting batch while it's fermenting, which makes sense. So, but that oxygen is needed in the process. So, because like I say, I've become a kind of a unwilling, but a bit of an expert on stuck fermentation. I'd much rather not have a stuck fermentation. One of the ones that got me convinced that I could make wine, more than just a hobby.
Really, the Zinfandel was the one that
Zen
gave
was
you
always
the heart to do this?
Yeah, it was the Zen and the cabs, but the Zen, for sure, it's definitely one of my favorites.
I love it. Like, I had my friends here, and we just we drank 3 bottles here that day, and took a couple more home.
Started using pesticides because I was concerned, but I haven't for a few years. Basically, just noticing that I cut back until I cut it out completely, and I think a large part of it is this terroir again. We get some, and I don't know what it is in other areas, but we get big temperature swings. And so that really helps with mold and mildew stuff.
And the wind, the 3 o'clock, you get
wind,
the
we
crazy.
get a nice breeze. Yeah. We get a very wide row spacing, 12-foot rows, 6-foot plant spacing. So that's very generous. So It lets the air circulate. You hear the owls at night.
That's
You
cool.
see them. Sometimes at dusk. They're very cool. We got a bat box. And we have horses that roam the vineyard.
What kind of horses are they? What kind of horse shit we talking about?
We're talking,
I know your wife's a...
Colorado something or another walking pony and a quarter horse, I guess.
Oh,
We
awesome.
were going to get a full horse, but we only got a quarter horse. I got this property because I had a really bad neighbor, so my criteria was I didn't want any close neighbors. And it was a prune orchard, and I just bought it really sight unseen because I was traveling, and I mean I came here, but I didn't even walk the property. So I did it with no intention, no idea I was going to plant grapes. It just kind of happened when I had to take the trees out. I had to plant something, and grapes were pretty. And then I had all these grapes, so I figured might as well make some wine, and
Yeah, and
thing
then
led to
you
another.
and you and Sandy make such a cool couple. She brings a real magical element to it.
yeah, she said it had to be fun,
Yeah.
or
And you've got some
anything
great
to-
staff. Let's talk about your staff members. You've got some people that have amazing noses that help you with your really fun labels, your fun descriptors. They part of the fun is reading your labels, and the art is gorgeous. Who's the artist that came up with the whole look?
So there's a guy named Mark Galarno. He does the San Jose Sharks.
Okay,
We could never afford him, but he's fortunately...
it's really spontaneous happenings due to your clientele.
Well, happenings maybe, but not events.
No, sorry, but that'll be edited out.